Hi friends, welcome back to Inspo English. See friends, these days we are discussing auxiliaries, primary and modals. And we have already completed the discussion on primary auxiliaries, and the last one remaining is must among the modals. So first we will come to that and then move on to the semi-modals like used to, ought to, then has to, have to, need, dare, etc. Let's come to must, the uses of must. Okay, modal auxiliary must. It expresses compulsion. Example, you must see the doctor at once. Otherwise, your health condition may get worsened. So, you must see the doctor at once. It is something compulsory. Then, second one, logical certainty, determination and strong probability. Must can be used to express logical certainty, determination and strong probability. I must have my own way in the matter. It shows my determination. Okay, it shows my determination. I must have my own way in the matter. I have decided on it. Okay, you have decided on something. That's why I say I must have my own way in the matter. Another example, living in such conditions must be difficult. Okay, after evaluating the living conditions in a particular place, we come to a conclusion or a strong probability that living in such conditions must be difficult. Okay, it can get changed, but at the present condition, living in such conditions must be difficult. Okay, then logical certainty. After seeing a particular person, okay, his body language, appearance, we come to a reasoning. He must be 70 now. It's a logical thinking, logical reasoning. Okay, so must can be used for all these to express logical certainty, determination and strong probability. Another use of must is to express duty. One must serve one's own country. That is our duty. In certain countries, you know, military service is compulsory. That means one must be trained to serve as a soldier. One must serve one's own country. It is one's duty. In a way, we are all serving our country. As teachers, I am also serving my country. I am educating the people of the country. One must serve one's country. We must respect our elders. In our national pledge, we say, I will respect my parents, teachers and all elders. It is a duty of an individual to respect our elders. We must respect our elders. Then obligation. One must obey the laws of the land. There is no excuse for it. It is obligatory from the part of a citizen to obey the laws of the land. Another one is to express necessity. You must be audible when you speak. Some people, they don't take care. They don't speak in such a way that it's audible to the class or to the audience. It is something necessary. Okay, so you must be audible. That means people can hear you very easily without straining their ears. You must be audible when you speak. So here also must is used. Okay. Then the negative of must is must not. Very rarely only must not is used. Otherwise the negative of must is need not. That I will explain further when I come to need. Okay, the semi-modal need. Negative must not, but must not is used for emphatic advice, strong advice, you must not waste your time. Often your students listen to such a strong emphatic advice from teachers and parents. You must not waste your time. It's an emphatic advice. Okay. Very often the spelling of advice is wrongly understood. See, when it's used as a noun, it is V-I-C-E. But when you use it as a verb, it is A-D-V-I-S-E. The same way, the word practice, P-R-A-C-T-I-C-E is noun and I-S-E is verb. So, that is the correct spelling. Then, let's come to the semi-modals now. Okay, semi-modals, first let's consider ought to. Ought to is used to express something viewed as correct, necessary, probable or expected. Correct behavior, something probable or something that is expected of people. And it is not as strong as must. Must is comparatively a stronger expression. Ought to is not as strong as that. And ought to is not affected by the person or number of the subject. That means after every subject, every pronoun, I, we, you, he, she, it, they, ought to doesn't undergo any change. It remains the same, not affected by the person or number of the subject. Let's see an example. You ought to take care of your health. You ought to. Here, second person is used, ought to. Then we use the base form of the verb. Okay, ought to plus base, subject plus ought to plus the base form. Base form means, what is this base form? Very often students and teachers have a confusion. What is this base form? You say a verb with to go, to jump, to climb, to eat. Then you remove that to, and what remains there? That is the base form. I think it's very clear. So use the base form. You ought to plus, so subject plus, ought to plus the base form of the verb. You ought to take care of your health. Suppose you change the subject, we, no change, we ought to take care of our health. That change must be there, the change in pronouns, that's all. Okay, then suppose it is third person singular, he, she or it. He ought to, she ought to take care of his health, her health. That pronoun change is there, otherwise not changed by the change in the subject. Ought to remains the same. Another example, it expresses duty. What is that? Ought to expresses duty. You ought to attend the meeting. That's your duty. Maybe you are assigned by the institution or by your company to attend a particular meeting, and it's your duty to attend that meeting. You ought to attend that. Here also subject plus ought to plus the base form of the verb. Then this used to, like used to, ought to is also used to express moral obligation. Moral obligation means there is no law as such that you should behave in that way, but we have a moral obligation. See the example. We ought to help the poor. Subject plus ought to plus base form. Here also is the same, moral obligation. There is no written law that you should help the poor, but it's our moral obligation to help the poor. So these are the uses of ought to. Now the last one, that is used to. Used to is having the same nature as that of ought to. Okay, but the uses, there is some difference. Used to speak about past habit or condition, no longer the case in the present. So we are speaking about the past. It is not relevant to the present. See the example. We used to visit Bethlehem every Christmas. So we used to. That means it's not relevant to the present. Now we don't do that. In the past, we used to visit Bethlehem every Christmas. For example, another example, when I was in Madras, I used to go for a walk in the morning. That was my past habit. Now I may not be even in Madras. I am living far away from Madras. I don't have that habit. But when I was in Madras, I used to go for a walk in the morning. And as in the case of ought to, used with the base form of the verb and not affected by the person or number of the subject. We subject plus used to plus the base form of the verb, and it is the same with all the subject. I used to visit Bethlehem every Christmas. He or she, we used to visit Bethlehem every Christmas. No change in the form according to the change of the subject. So friends, these are the uses of must, the last one among the modal auxiliary, and then the semi-modals, you ought to and used to. Now what remains is need, dare, has to and have to. I will come with another video dealing with it. Till then, goodbye and thank you.